フルカウンター。
Alright boys, welcome back to a Grand Cross video. I'm excited because we are right now in the midst of our new festival character. Literally less than 2 weeks now, we're going to be having a new festival on JP and KR. And of course, if you look at my predictions, this is the one festival character that I was kind of uncertain of. I think it was very obvious throughout the year that we're going to start off with obviously Mael, which I got correct. Then Signature Bond, then a Demon King, whether that be Zeldris or Meliodas. All three of them I predicted basically. And then going towards the end of the year, it's going to be obviously Chaos Arthur. Undoubtedly, like there's just no way we don't get Chaos Arthur for November. And then going into December, just tradition, we'd always get new Meliodas. Now, I did predict we're going to get some sort of dual unit because they may do something new here. Who knows? But undoubtedly, we are going to be getting some sort of Meliodas for New Year's, which leads into September. And it's the one that's kind of uncertain of because, well, there's no clear-cut answer. Even right now, when we're talking about characters, we may not get any of the ones I say. Never mind that version, and they can do anything you want here, basically. So we're going to run through who I think it'd be. Now, I would say it should be between either Merlin, Gowther, Diane, or obviously King. So I'll tell you right now, I do believe it will be a King. We're going to go through some actual theories and reasons why it would happen, and let's break it down. But before we do that, if you guys are new and you do enjoy the Grand Cross content every single day, then do subscribe. Literally, I've been enjoying so much of making Grand Cross content these last few weeks now after returning after a little short break. But thank you for support. Obviously, some of you lot have been killing it, so let's continue it. And of course, do let me know in the comments down below who you think will be coming, and when they do actually reveal it, if any of you lot do get it right, I'll put you on the screen in the video where we announce the new festival character. So let's start off with King. Now, King obviously has a lot of support going towards him right now, mainly because, well, it's been almost 2 years in November since we've gotten a new King, and right now in story mode there are quite a few new Kings, and the one I believe will come, and this is coping right now, but I do believe it'll be the Yigra Armor King. This is the King where he goes against obviously Mael, has his little, small wing King version, and has a bunch of armor and blades. Very cool in the actual design department. This will be very fun to play around with and be very unique in the game, considering that we haven't really got a small wing King, kinda. We do have this King, but obviously he's very small on the shoulder of his actual, Chastophode. So I would love a standalone King where he is the main character, and bear in mind, he would have the same outfit, but because it would just be him by himself, it would work perfectly. He was in story mode, but not as a playable character. You can see some of his animations, like this massive attack here, will be very, very cool to see actual praise and Ultima. He would probably be something similar to his Lost Fane, so you never know. Maybe King gets some sort of like Lost Fane AoE card where like there's multiple Kings attacking at once. That'd be very, very cool. So other than the fact that, well, King can deserves one, there's a spot open for him, why do we think it'll be King? Mainly because of Elaine. Now, we just saw with obviously Aaron, who is a giant support character, 1 week prior or 2 weeks prior before the character came out, we got Matrona, the actual giant support. Granted, they don't really work together, but you can kind of see they're kind of building up towards some sort of giant meta or giant actual team, and them two releasing right off the jump made a lot of sense. So with this new Elaine that just dropped on JP and KR, people are thinking that we're going to be getting obviously Festival King right afterwards, and I kind of agree because her kit is kind of incomplete and looks like she was meant to get some sort of new King to release alongside her with an LR, which didn't happen. We got LR Elizabeth. There's a funny meme from Reddit of SekeTube who did this meme, which like it made so much sense to release an LR King, and the fact they didn't do it leaves me the only possible option is a Festival King, right? Because if they fumble LR King and no Festival King and just release this Elaine by itself, that is just a massive missed opportunity for both LRs and festivals. Like, it has to be a King. Not only that, and this is really hard copying right now, but this is Yigra Armor King. This is his armor version. And who also has an armor version? That's right, Yigra Armor Gloxinia. Hopefully I'm saying the name right here, but he also has his armor version. And this is a character we wanted for a very long time. And to be honest with you lot, I wouldn't mind if this was the festival character, but at this point, I can't see for certainty if an old character is going to get an actual, festival character. But yeah, if we get like King in his actual Yigra armor for a festival, and in part 2 we get obviously Yigra armor Gloxinia, that will be hype. Back to back fairies to kind of kick off the fairy meta and hopefully support Lancelot in the future. This would be very, very cool. I would love to see him do this, but knowing us, we'll probably get Festival Sigurd and then get, a new Camilla. That's probably what's going to happen. So yeah, that's who I believe will be the festival character, but there are still other characters, so let's go through them too. The next character is Gowther. Now, the reason why a lot of people think it might be Gowther is because of the pattern. Now, for September, for the last 2 years, we got 2 unknown characters. It was Gowther, then Merlin, so a lot of people right now are thinking it's going to be, well, Gowther, because apparently our September festivals are always unknown, so of course, that's what's going to happen again this year. We did see, though, that was the pattern last time for, obviously, the global anniversary. We always got a Sin, but then we got Mayo, so I don't think that's a pattern, and it can definitely change it, even if it is a pattern. But Gowther is a character that has few options, but I'm not necessarily sold on any of them. First one is Ten Commandment Gowther, just Gowther in his Ten Commandment outfit. It is one very cool, which actually is an outfit in game. Apparently, if you bought the Blu-ray for one of the seasons in Japan, you got a code which gave you that outfit for free, or if you're a voice actor for Gowther, you have this outfit. So a few people have it on JP, but it's a very exclusive outfit. However, I don't think that necessarily deconfirms as a playable character, so I'd love for them to do a Ten Commandment Gowther, which would be hopefully another rank up, just more ways to actually add rank up to the meta, because it kind of fell off a little bit, other than obviously Taxil Gowther, but he is called Ten Commandment Gowther, so I imagine he's going to have some sort of synergy with Ten Commandments, which means more Demon King support, more Demon support, which I don't think we need right now. And going on to my second one, who I think could come, is Ten Commandment Gowther again, or just Gowther with obviously Demon Gowther. I don't think Demon Gowther will be a festival character, nor an actual standalone character, at least for a festival. I think if we are going to get Demon Gowther as a festival character, it would be a duo unit with obviously the other Gowther. And once again, this could very well happen. I wouldn't mind. They would actually really love it in game. However, once again, it goes back to being Demon King support, which just not need right now. They can definitely do this in the future, maybe some sort of time next year when we actually need more demons and more demon support, because I do imagine demons are going to fall off. Not a lot, because the Demon King is so powerful, but we are going to get a lot more support in other races for the next few months, and at that point, Demon Gowther and obviously Gowther as a duo unit for a festival next year would actually be perfect. So that's another character I think could happen, but not right now. And then the final Gowther I think could happen, unless I'm behind on my lore for Gowther, is going to be Naja and Gowther, a duo unit. So once again, similar towards Demon Gowther, but obviously introducing Naja into this game, who hasn't had a playable character yet. And to be fair, shouldn't have one unless she is a dual unit with Gowther, because she can't really fight. And I think I kind of went through this already in like a video from like a few months ago now. But getting like Murder, I think he says his name, the actual book that Naja reads and Gowther intimidates him, to be like some sort of like knight and prince type of dual unit. This to be so sick in game. Absolutely love it. I would say it probably would be unhyped for a lot of people, because no one really cares about Naja, but she's quite important. Sorry, even for Gowther. I think Gowther Festival, people call kind of dead. Honestly, if the unit is an Escanor or melee, it's not hype. But I think it comes down to what they do. But I would love an ultimate attack with Naja and obviously Gowther, where they ride the horse together and do one massive single target attack, or AoE, depending on how they want to do it. Something similar towards Arthur on his actual horse. So that is who I think could be for Gowther. Now let's go into the other two. The next character is a character long overdue now, and that is Gelda, who I don't think could be a festival. Can it? Doesn't deserve to be one, to be honest with you lot, but I guess could be one. We did see a while ago that she was leaked to be a festival character, but that was many months ago now, and it wasn't the beta app, so you can't take it for guaranteed certainty. But you never know. If we are keeping towards the unknown theme for September, then Gelda being an unknown character to, I guess, buff up unknowns, although she is a vampire, would be very good. So you never know. Maybe they somehow do Gelda, so I'm throwing it out there. The next character is Merlin. Now Merlin, it's not been too long. It's literally been 1 year on the next festival date that she'd gotten a unit. Does she deserve another one? Not necessarily. I mean, this one's not really too useful nowadays because obviously Pike melee, but I think that could be easily fixed by adding an actual relic towards us. So I definitely would love to see a relic go towards this Merlin before we do get a new one, but you never know, maybe we get one. Granted, we already got Tristan, who was literally the last character ever in 70 Sins, so maybe we just jump past it, go towards the new design for Merlin, kind of like from the movies, kind of in between Fortnite, where she does actually get a scar and she's covering it. So I would love the design of that new Merlin. Wouldn't mind her in the game. We still haven't got really the Eternal Coffin, or is that the actual one? It is a double impact, yeah. So we haven't gotten the Merlin where she stops time. Obviously the massive fight with Zeldris and obviously the original demon where they're trying to save the Demon King or stop him basically. But yeah, I would love a Merlin here. Do I think it could happen? No, she's on the actual least end of who I think could be coming, but you never know. They may do Merlin. My final predictions, I do believe it will be Yigra Armor King, hopefully followed by an actual Yigra Armor Gluxinia for part 2. That'll be a perfect timeline. The next character is definitely probably likely a Gowther, because he is in the same situation as King. we haven't got one in a very long time now, so Gowther may be in the horizon, but I'm not entirely too sure which one it could be. I would personally love to go with the one with Naja, where she's a dual unit, but considering the others are actual demon support, I don't think Gowther might be coming anytime soon. Then of course Gelda, probably next one, and then Merlin, because why not, right? So boys, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below, who would you like to see in terms of all characters being festival characters. You never know, they might go back in time and finally give us, like, you know, the Enduros for a festival character. I didn't mention her, but I guess Draw Dance Yan, she's a character I guess could come, but she's still somewhat relevant right now with obviously, you know, giant support coming out and obviously the Sin, so we don't necessarily need a new Gowther. I think definitely King, Gowther, and Merlin are characters you don't really see right now in PvP, so they definitely deserve a new festival character. But in terms of who deserves it most, I think King, and with the timeline with a new Elaine and hopefully a new Gloxinia, everything is just all adding up. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.